been like for you to have to battle back through some adversity and finally get back on the field and contribute as much as you have?
Well, it's been a long process being able to get back. I mean, it's taken me a couple months to even get back onto the field, so there's a lot to go through and a lot of paperwork and this and that and getting grades changed and doing all this and figuring things out. It's been a long process, but it's been worth it being able to get back and play football. So just trying to, I really want to just get back to school, and then being able to play football is just extra. Just being able to come back and hang out with my guys is fun.
Was there a time when you didn't think your career was over, basically?
That was always kind of in the back of my mind that, this might be it. I might just be done. I don't have any eligibility left, and so there were times where I thought, maybe I should just give it up and just go get a job or something and start providing for my family. But there's always something there that's like, it'll probably work out. You gotta at least try it, so at least put your effort in and see if it'll work, and look what it did.
Talk about the difference between last Saturday and Saturday before, because you played a lot of downs at Oregon State.
That's what I saw Loney go down, and I was like, oh, here we go. Like, I'm gonna get the rest of these probably. And I'm obviously not in the greatest shape right now. Didn't work out a whole lot while I was focusing on trying to get my school stuff figured out, but I think I did fairly well considering that I'm in such bad shape. And so I think maybe the altitude and the humidity helped me out a little bit there. So, but it was fun to be able to just go out and just play, go out and play.
How would you assess your performance? Because you were able to knock some balls down and make some plays.
Obviously, there's room for improvement. I've only been practicing for 2 or 3 weeks, and so there's always going to be room for improvement. But I feel like I did pretty well considering.
How does the guy in bad shape then outrun everybody to pick up the fumble?
I don't know. I guess it's just luck. Some of it's just luck. Some is the same with batting down balls. You get hit in the face sometimes, and those are just luck. Just getting in the way.
How nice to see when you knocked one down to have, it turned into the interception for Brandon and, turned into a big turnover just because you were able to get one down.
I think that's why I'm out there. God gave me a lot of height to stick my arms up there and just bat things down. So to see that come through and see what it's come out as it's supposed to, it's fun to see that I can help the team just in another way besides just making tackles or whatever. I can bat down balls and help in just a whole other direction.
Lots of injuries to the defensive line, on Saturday. Concerns moving forward that there's everybody going to be back and ready to go?
As far as I know, those guys, they got beat up a little bit, but as far as I know, they're good to go. And I trust Loney and Romney to do what they need to get back in the field. So, and they'll try as hard as they can, and Kevin will try as hard as they can to get out there. And so, if we need them out there, they'll get out there, and we don't.
You've been a part of the team, finally getting back on the field, but been around the team. What's the momentum like at this point, having won 4 games, heading into a game against a team that isn't as it's an FCS team, so not the same type of games that you guys have played?
I think it's just like what Coach was saying. It's been, especially the past 4 weeks, it's just been us. We haven't really focused on what the other team is doing or what they're preparing to do. We're just doing what we can and do the best that we possibly can. We really don't focus a whole lot on what they're even doing. Just getting ourselves better every week. So it doesn't really matter what that opponent's doing.
Coach Mendenhall said that Idaho State, they like to pass a lot. Does that change the defensive line rotation at all compared to a running team?
Maybe just a little bit. Just with Loney and Romney going in there, obviously they're run stoppers, and so I think the rotation might be a little bit different where I can go in and get my hands up and try to bat down some more balls, and so they're a lot like Oregon State, just throwing it constantly. So, but at the same time, Loney can go in there and just destroy somebody, so it's not like he's not a pass rusher at all. So I think just the rotation will probably be the same as long as they stay healthy this time.
What's the feeling like having won these games in a row? Attitude, mentality, just a lot more positive because you guys have been able to put together some victories?
Yeah, I think so. And I wasn't necessarily here with those 2 losses. I had to watch them on TV, and or I was in the stands versus Utah, and so I don't know exactly how it was
That
2 or
hard?
3 weeks ago.
Was that hard
so
to have to watch that game from the stands and not be able to go out there and be a part of it?
Sit there and just watch. And by the time the third quarter rolled around and things started getting kind of out of control, it was just frustrating to just not be able to do anything. To just have to sit there and watch it. It was really frustrating.